Good morning, peeps. Deadbug Davey's back. Today you catch me feeling a little bit rough today, so I thought I'd get out and about on the bike and go and test ride a couple of bikes. So today you find me on Ducati's new 1260 Diavel S, or Diavel 1260S. Running out of petrol, I must admit. I've got to go and find a petrol station in a minute. As per usual, only just ridden it down a little way down the road, and first impressions, it's a very comfortable bike. It's a lot more comfortable than I found the other Diavels that I rode a long time ago. Of course, this comes with Olins. I just had a look on the internet to see how much these are. I'm not sure if it's correct, but on MCN it says they're 16,795, I think, for the S model, which I don't think is right. I have a funny feeling they are up in the 20-ish. This has the Akrapovic or Akrapovic. I don't know if that's the full system or if it's just a slip-on or what. I don't know. First impressions, brakes are very good. Suspension's nice and plush. Sounds really nice with that Acra on, actually, especially on upshifts and downshifts. It's got a real pop and crackle. Sounds really good. I think this bike looks really nice. This is probably the Ducati for me, to be honest. This would be the Ducati I would buy more than anything else. I don't know why. I'm just not sure. This is just one of those ones that appeal to me more than anything. I just like the look of it, and it's not a Batman thing. I don't really care if it looks like a Batman bike or whatever, but yeah, it just looks sleek as well. It's just, to me, it's a really nice looking bike. I think this has a very similar. Let's have a sit on the bike. It's got a very similar dash. Well, like the dashes are different, but the actual way that you change all the all the modes and stuff is the same. You can just press like up, like down changes the bottom one, or like the air temperature and all that sort of stuff, and up changes the top one. And if you want to enter the menu, you press the enter button, and then you have like sport and touring and urban. I'm guessing urban's more of like a, just an everyday thing, and touring, yeah. But I'm sure that you can actually adjust these, and then if you want to change the bike to that, then you just press and hold the enter button. Anyway, I'll start it up. That's the start. As you can see, she's quite a noisy beast. Quite noisy. She's a noisy old girl. I'm not going to rev too much because I'll probably run out of petrol. So, on that note, I'll turn her off. But yeah, that gives you a little bit of a gist. I don't know what that button is there. I can't see what that says. It says DPL. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I really like this bike. This bike's a wicked looking machine. Yeah, the back end of it as well, that rear tyre is just huge, isn't it? It's a big old beast. Kind of reminds me of some sort of fish in a way, just this the way it curves. And I think the way it looks, a lot of people think it's more of a cruiser. It's definitely like a sports cruiser, but yeah, I really like it. I really do like this bike. But if I was in the market to buy, I'm guessing it's like a Super Naked, but it's not in a way. It's not like a Tuono or a Super Duke. Yeah, it's definitely not the same as them. But if I wanted to Ducati, there'd probably be this or the bike I'm going to be riding next. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get back out on the road on it, and I hope my camera and my new mic setup is working well. I'm trying to get like a bit of field of view. So I'm going to go and find a petrol station, and then I'll be back. I would do a little video of the bike going around sort of town areas. I got my petrol, which was a bit of a faff, but it was all good. The bike's actually quite nice to ride, even at 30 miles an hour. It won't do it in fifth, it's not very happy with that. But in fourth, it's very easy. You know, it's smooth, it's not juddering, it's a nice compliant bike to ride at that sort of speed. I don't know what it would be like on really bumpy roads. It's not, because I've got it in sport mode. When you hit a bump, it's very, you can feel it kind of, well, even the slightest little input on the throttle, you can feel it, so it makes the bike jump a bit, which is fine, but you know, really in theory, God, this bike sounds lovely. In theory, I should have had the bike in, you know, touring mode or urban mode, but straight into sport mode. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite nice. Mirrors are quite nice. I haven't really set them up very well though. The left one's a bit shit position, but live with that, don't you? Suspension's quite nice. I'm pretty sure it's set up for a more sportier ride, so you can feel the bumps, but it's not, you know, it's not super bike hard. It's not jarringly hard. So yeah, I'd be quite happy with it. It's a bike I could certainly use on a daily basis. It does sound cracking, it really does. And one thing I have noticed, which I'll go more into in a bit, is the up and down shifter. I actually honestly think it's the best one I've ever used. It's so smooth. So smooth. There's no resistance, there's no sort of judders, there's no, you know, it doesn't like jolt you back when you change gear. It's really, really nice, really, really smooth. Come on, mate. It's only a left-hand turn. Yeah, I really like it. I do like it a lot. I'm pretty sure that on the Google that I checked, with it being 16,750 or something, or whatever it was, I don't think that's right for the S version. Maybe for the standard, you know, but the one with these O-lins and all that, I don't think that's right. I think it'll probably push towards more 30, push towards 20. I don't think you get this can though. I don't think this is the full system, but I tell you what, if you get the bike, get the can, because it sounds fucking epic. Sounds like a race car. I don't even know these roads, so I shouldn't really push it, but that backfire, man, that is so sounds absolutely lovely to me. I love this bike already. Actually handles quite sweetly as well. And considering I haven't really gone far on it, I'm certainly not pushing it hard, and considering I'm actually feeling a little bit shit today, I'm certainly not pushing it hard at all, because I'm really feeling a little bit rough. So but the bike itself is actually very nice. You know, the brakes, obviously I'm pretty sure they're M50s on the front, work as good as any others. They really pull you up fast. Back brake feels really good. Mirrors, once they're set up right, they're actually not too bad. You still get your elbows in the corners, but what bike don't you? Yeah, I really like it. I'm still never really sold on this keyless ignition stuff. It still makes me, yeah, I'm still never quite sure on it. Great. That's alright, everyone was stuck right behind them, so at least that's good. you what, this thing's a fucking animal. And I, for one, love it. I would actually be pretty tempted. I'm just checking my camera's on. It's a new mount, so just making sure. I would be tempted to sell bikes to get one of these. I really would. It's so nice. The other Ducati I rode, the Multistrada, I was a little. I liked the engine. The ride was nice, but I wasn't taken with it. You know, it just didn't grab me. This one grabs me by the balls and gives them a proper squeeze. It's one of those bikes that I would ride because it makes me feel alive. It makes you feel really, you know, it gives you a little buzz. And I think a lot of that could actually be the sound of this can. But it also rides really nice. It's a comfortable position. My legs are kind of sitting up. You know, they feel like they're squashed up, but not in an uncomfortable way. So you're not at a funny angle like a sports bike, and they're not cramped. It's kind of like yeah, you're kind of like you are sitting on a chair, but you're slightly leaning forward. I know that sounds stupid, but you know the angle that your legs are at when you're relaxing on a chair there? They're not like a straight V, they're kind of leaning up a bit and then coming down. Well, that's if you've got long legs anyway. Which leads me to another point. When I came to a stop on it, certainly no issues at all reaching the floor with both feet, flat foot on this. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm not sure what the inseam of my leg is, but I had no issues, none at all. I was pretty much, both of my legs were bent, so I wouldn't say you'd have an issue with getting your feet down. I'm not sure exactly what electrical things, as you can tell at the moment it's got cruise control because I've got it on. I'm not really sure what other stuff it's got. It's bound to have all the cornering ABS and all that sort of stuff that all Ducatis seem to have. You know, they're not going to take them out on a premium model like this. It's such a nice bike. Such a nice bike to ride. And I just like the look of it, and it's a cool thing when you look down. I don't know if you can see me. Hey there! No, it's just a cool looking area. Oh, car is still in the bush. It's just a cool, like, the area, the console that you look at is split, as you can probably tell. Like the thing at the top is all your, you know, cruise control, your lights, your fuel light, them sort of things. And everything is down at the bottom is like your speed and your gear indicator. There's obviously Bluetooth as well, and it's got two earphone signs there, which one says rider and one says passenger. Well, R and P, or rider and pillion. So I'm guessing obviously it's got the Bluetooth because I can see the sign down there. So I'm guessing you'll be able to like use this as a Bluetooth point and then attach your two comms to it and then chat to each other using this as the Bluetooth, which is actually quite cool. And I'm guessing the other bikes that have Bluetooth you could do that too as well. So I'm not sure if they had this on the old Diavels, but I don't know. I didn't ride the X Diavel. The last Diavel I rode was, well, that was ages ago now. It was one of the first Diavels. Could have been the first time it came out. Just sounds nasty. This one is definitely better than the one I rode before. Seating position is better. That quick shifter up and down is so good, like so smooth. So, oh, almost swore. So good. Really know what to say about this bike because I actually really like it. for a bike to kind of make me think, would I sell my bikes and get one of these? It actually does prove that it is a good bike. This is probably the Ducati I would get over everything. Over any Super Sport, V4, anything. I would get this. I really like this bike. Alright, I'm going to pull into here and I'm going to use the back brake to slow down. You know what I mean? That's back brake only. Plenty of power there. Really, really nice bike. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for a sec and I'll be back. Alright, I've just tried the 30 in 5th and the bike definitely is not compliant with it. It's not a very happy bunny. So, which I kind of knew. Big V twins don't often like that, so. The sound of this bike though. It's honestly like a race car, like a NASCAR. Absolutely love it. This bike, I love the quick shifter, handles nice. It's almost like it hit a slight false neutral there. Bike that actually defies words, to be honest with you. I really don't know what to say with it. I can't actually find a bad point, to be honest. I really can't. This is kind of a bike that actually, when I look at it, it's kind of my personality. It's a bit dark, weird looking. Yeah, it's definitely the Ducati I would have. When I had a look at the specs earlier, I can't remember what the torques were, but I think the brake horsepower is about 159, 160, something like that. So you probably are looking about 150 brake. It feels that sort of a power. It doesn't feel like the power that would actually scare you. Like, the bike feels, you know, it feels under control. But it's definitely got all the power that you need, and it's still that sound. Oh man, I love that sound. Oh, it just sounds so good. This is just with the slip-on, bearing in mind I'm not sure that this is just a slip-on. This could be a full system. If this is just a slip-on, then god damn, imagine it with a full system. Nuts. Anyway, turning off for a sec and I'll be back. Right, I thought I would pull over and not necessarily give final thoughts, just a little chat before I ride down and do a final thoughts video. As you can probably tell so far from what I've been saying, I really like this bike. I've always liked the Diavel, but this, it's just, yeah, it's everything I'd want in a bike. I absolutely love the looks of these bikes, always have. The other ones I've liked, but this one I think has kind of hit the nail on the head. It's like a mixture between the ex-Diavel and the old Diavels, and everything is just so nice about it. I love the way that all the indicators are hidden, and I know these things are, yeah, I know that they're, depends on what sort of thing that you like. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it, the looks wise, is where the license plate is. But obviously I understand that that's got to be behind the back wheel, so you can't, you know, if you had it here, the tail tidy would be like 2 foot long. But that's the only thing I don't think I really like, and it's not like I dislike it. It's kind of like I'm nitpicking. It looks okay, but yeah, I don't know. The only, well, I wouldn't say an issue, but the only slight issue I found is finding neutral. Could be a bit of a pain, nothing major. I think it's just because it's a new bike, new gearbox, so, and it's definitely something to do with European bikes, especially the big V twins like KTMs and Ducatis. They all seem to have issues with, just checking my camera's alright, have issues with neutrals, especially at first. Even my KTM, which has got, you know, say 2,500-ish miles on it now, my Super Adventure, even that has issues finding neutral, so I certainly can't mark this down on that. I do wish the TFT dash was a little bit bigger, but it is still very nice. Mirrors are good, they don't even vibrate, so very impressive. I'm not sure what this is going to be like, but on old Diavels, this bit, if they're used in the winter, like these bits corrode, they don't last very well, they don't stand up to an English winter. But yeah, I love this thing, absolutely love it. I do have a funny feeling though, so don't take my word as gospel that this bike is 16 grand or 16.7 something. I have a funny feeling for the S version with the Olins is more than that, definitely. 16 grand for it just doesn't seem right. I'm thinking it's probably more towards the 18, 19, possibly over 20s. I don't know. I'll have to ask at the shop and I'll have to find out, but this is on Motorcycle News on their review, and it tells you the price there, so I'm not really going to take that. I don't really believe it. It kind of does look like it is a full system. I think that could be the full system. God, that would be a pain in the arse to fit that. But I love the sound of it. I absolutely love the sound of this bike. I'll start it up again actually while we're here. I'm just going to have to find neutral properly, because obviously it's not going to start because I was trying. There we go. Oh, it just sounds so nice. To me, that does sound like a NASCAR. You know, little bits like this are vibrating, but it's a load of like plastic casing and a little rubber behind it. That's the only sort of thing that's, I'd rather see the engine, but there's obviously some reason behind it. Don't know. I love the sound of it. It's termignoni or whatever, however you pronounce it. I don't know. Where is this button? Ah, so that's launch control. That button there is launch control, and it says available launches. It said 3 of them. I'm not going to try them because it's not my bike. So, and I'm not an idiot like that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to ride back this way a little bit, and I'll do another little video of me riding up to a place, and I'm going to stop. And yeah, we'll go from there. That might be the thumbnail, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to get moving. See you in a sec. Alright, I'm back. Just thinking about this bike before I take it back. Some things I haven't said about it actually. I know I've mentioned like the brakes and the ride quality, and the fueling's actually really good as well. You know, it's quite happy to bimble along at you know, normal town speed. You ain't got to be revving it high to do that. Where's the fucking lights here? I wish I'd have gone past him. Ain't even bloody working. Let's get past him. The fueling's really good. Engine, my god, the engine on this one definitely feels a lot more aggressive than on the Multistrada, and that's good. It's just an animal. And I tell you what, there's a sign of how much I love certain bikes when I've ridden them, and that's, you know, I don't want to take them back. You know, I'd ride longer than I normally would do on a test ride, and I have already done that on this one. And normally I ride up these roads and then I get up to the whatever it is, the grain store, and then I ride to on your bike. Whereas this time, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that at all. I'm riding probably close to the grain store, doing my final walk around, and then I'm turning round and I'm coming back. I'm going to ride the long way round and go the same way that I did when I left on your bike. What the hell is up with all this bloody traffic lights? There's never traffic lights here. It's like one of the roads is shut off. That is interesting. It's actually going to mean it's going to be shit for me to like ride down these roads. Yeah, so it is a bit. Just noticed actually these roads are a little bit bad, and it's not so compliant on them. And then again, it's probably set up almost race bike setup, considering, you know, Olins and stuff. It's probably rock hard compared to. It's definitely a lot harder than say my Super Adventure by a long way. But I normally ride that on comfort, so you know, and I just change it up to sport when I fancy it. My God, this thing pulls, man. Pulls like a train. It's like a nuclear bomb up between your legs. It just goes. Sounds like it as well. I love the sound of this bike. Handles well, sounds good, looks good in my opinion. Absolutely love this bike. And if it is actually 16 grand or 16.7 something, then it's actually pretty bloody cheap considering what it's got on it. Well, if you could call a bike for 16 grand cheap, but I don't think that's what it is. I reckon it's more than that. I really do reckon it's more. It definitely does sound like an old NASCAR, something like that. Yeah, it's not like a V8, but it's got that real guttural roar to it. Sounds lovely, absolutely love the sound of it. Obviously it's not stock, so I don't know what it sounds like stock. The guy actually did say to me that they do actually sound pretty nice stock, and I'd probably believe it actually, to be honest with you. I'd probably believe it to sound pretty good stock. I think he said if you put the baffle back in, it does sound a lot deeper, a lot more low-end bass. Don't know if that's what you want. I like the rawness. I like the rawness of this. It sounds really nice to me. nice is even though I'm going quite quick, the wind blast isn't actually that much. It's not like it's ripping me off the bike. I can feel it. You know, it's pulling my shoulders, I can feel that, but it's not too much. Which is actually pretty cool. Right, so what I'm going to do, I won't do it there. I'm going to park it up here. Do my walk around. So, I love this place. So beautiful here on a nice day. Right, final view. As you could tell, I love it. If it is 16 grand, I seriously don't think it is, to be honest with you. But if it is, that's a cracking bike for that amount of money. Engine is really nice, it's fueled really good, the power's nice, the brakes are wicked, the suspension is plush. Probably not ideal on a everyday riding through an urban setting, and they're not semi-active. You know, they are adjustable. There's probably tons of adjustment there, so you can dial it in if you're actually riding around towns and stuff. So I just think it's stunning. I love this thing. I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to ask how much one of these is. I know that there's probably going to be some sort of a waiting list on the new versions. I love them. I might even sell one of my bikes and even get an older version. I don't know, but it's kind of making me want one, to be honest with you. It's the first time a Ducati has actually made me after riding it, think I want one of them. So, and look, cows can be aggressive, just in case. So anyway, I'm going to sign out. Once again, as per usual, thanks very much to the lads and lasses over On Your Bike, especially Mike, I believe his name is. He's the Ducati guy, and he gave me a very quick look around this bike before I got out. So if you fancy riding this bike, they've got plenty of other Ducatis over there to ride. I'm going to go back and ride another one. You know, go over there, pop in. Don't necessarily have to go in and say, "Oh, Deadbug Davey told me to come over." I'm not trying to get kudos. You're not going to get any special treatment because of me. But I know the guys over there very well, so they'll take care of you. But certain days are very busy, so if you go on a Saturday, you're going to be waiting around a while. They normally don't do test rides on a Saturday just because it's so busy. So anyway, if you fancy riding this Ducati or any other Ducati or Aprilias or Moto Guzzi's or anything like that, then yeah, pop over there as long as your licence is clean and bring your national insurance number with you and your licence, and they'll get you out on a bike. Anyway, I'm out of here. Deadbug Davey's out. Hope everyone's well. I'll see you soon. Laters.